The Fragile Heart. Sanaa Malik was once a woman who believed in love with every fiber of her being. She had grown up on stories of fairy tales and happily ever afters, where princes saved princesses, and true love conquered all. But life, as it often does, taught her otherwise. Her first heartbreak came early when she was just 22. Arjun, her college sweetheart, left her for another woman, a close friend of hers, on the day he promised to propose. It shattered her but didn't break her spirit entirely. She told herself that not everyone could be trusted, but surely there were good men out there. Years passed, and Sanaa tried again. This time, it was Rahul, an ambitious businessman who swept her off her feet with grand gestures and poetic words. For 3 years, they built a life together, a cozy apartment, shared dreams, and whispered promises of forever. But one fateful evening, everything crumbled. Rahul confessed that he had been married all along. His wife found out about their affair, and now he had no choice but to return to his family. Sanaa felt like a fool. How could she have fallen for someone so deceitful? Her friends consoled her, telling her that she deserved better, but deep inside, something snapped. Each betrayal chipped away at her faith in humanity until only anger and resentment remained. A new beginning. At 31, Sanaa decided to move cities. She needed a fresh start, far from the memories of broken promises and shattered dreams. She settled into a quiet neighborhood in Mumbai, focusing on her career as a graphic designer. Work became her refuge, her way of keeping loneliness at bay. One rainy afternoon, while sipping coffee at a quaint cafe, she met him, Arav Khanna. He was charming, intelligent, and disarmingly kind. Unlike the others, he didn't try too hard to impress her. Instead, he listened intently, asked thoughtful questions, and made her laugh effortlessly. For months, Arav courted her patiently. He sent handwritten letters, surprised her with small gifts, and always remembered the little things she mentioned in passing. Slowly, against her better judgment, Sanaa began to let her guard down. Could this finally be real love? Was Arav the man who would prove her wrong about love being nothing more than pain? But buried beneath her hope was a simmering rage, a desire for justice. If Arav turned out to be like the rest, she vowed never to forgive him or anyone else. This time, she wouldn't walk away quietly. The mask slips. 6 months into their relationship, Sanaa discovered the truth. While cleaning Arav's jacket pocket one evening, she found a receipt from an expensive jewelry store. Curious, she confronted him casually over dinner.
"Oh, that."
Arav chuckled nervously. "It's a gift for my sister. Her birthday is coming up." Sanaa nodded, pretending to believe him, but her instincts screamed otherwise. That night, unable to sleep, she hacked into his phone using a password hint he had carelessly revealed during one of their conversations. What she found confirmed her worst fears. Arav wasn't single. He was engaged to someone else. Worse still, he had been stringing Sanaa along while planning his wedding behind her back. Messages exchanged between him and his fiancée painted a clear picture. Sanaa was merely a distraction, a fling to pass the time before his real life began. Her hands trembled as she scrolled through the messages. Betrayal burned hotter than ever before, igniting a fire within her. Enough was enough. The plan. Sanaa spent weeks plotting her revenge. She knew she couldn't confront Arav directly. He would deny everything or manipulate her into feeling guilty. No, this required finesse, something calculated and unforgettable. Using her skills as a graphic designer, she created fake social media profiles under various aliases. Over the next few weeks, she befriended Arav online, posing as different women. She flirted with him, feeding his ego and making him believe he was irresistible. Meanwhile, she secretly recorded their conversations, capturing evidence of his infidelity. When the timing was perfect, Sanaa leaked the recordings to Arav's fiancée. Within days, screenshots of their chats went viral, exposing Arav as a liar and a cheat. His reputation was ruined, both personally and professionally. His fiancée called off the wedding, and his company fired him after learning about the scandal. Watching the fallout unfold gave Sanaa a twisted sense of satisfaction. Justice had been served, but it wasn't enough. She wanted more. Redemption or ruin. As the dust settled, Sanaa realized she had become someone she barely recognized. The pain of past betrayals had transformed her into a vengeful shadow of her former self. Yes, she had punished Ariv, but at what cost? Her own soul felt heavy, burdened by bitterness. One evening, sitting alone on her balcony, she reflected on her journey. Love had hurt her deeply, but revenge hadn't healed her wounds. In fact, it had left her emptier than before. Perhaps it was time to let go, not just of Ariv, but of all the anger and hurt she had carried for so long. Determined to reclaim her life, Sana enrolled in therapy and started volunteering at a local shelter. Helping others reminded her of the goodness still present in the world. Slowly, she began to rebuild herself, not as a victim or a villain, but as a survivor. The last love. Years later, Sana met Rohan, a gentle, honest man who loved her without conditions. Their relationship wasn't perfect, but it was rooted in trust and mutual respect. With Rohan, Sana learned that love wasn't about grand gestures or empty promises. It was about showing up, day after day, even when things got tough. The last love, as Sana called it, wasn't about revenge or retribution. It was about finding peace within herself and allowing love to grow naturally, free from the shadows of her past. And those scars remained, they served as reminders of how far she had come, and how much stronger she had become. Moral: love can wound, but it can also heal. True strength lies not in seeking vengeance but in choosing forgiveness, for others and for oneself.